All right. Oh, I was just making the thumbnail there, guys. All right, we got the thumbnail. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's better if I look. Okay, let's turn the tank like this. Let's do it this way. There we go. Okay, we got thumbnail material now, guys. Thumbnail material, and we are going to have some fun today. Tier 4, M3 Lee, a tank you never see. I rhymed. I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. M3 Lee. They even removed it from the tech tree because it's so horrifically bad. But there are still some people that play it. This guy's playing it. I don't know why. I don't recommend it. But it's an M3 Lee. Let's watch. Let's have some fun today. Can we have some fun? We're going to have some fun tonight. Okay. Look at this thing. Like what it was. Look, it's got the gun on the right. It's got the tumor on the left. Another gun in the middle. Another tumor on top. It's crazy. And, okay, wait, I'm a little... my mind wanders, okay. I'm doing good thumbnails now, guys. You have to do good thumbnails to be, you know, respectable in the YouTubing community. And what should I do? The thumbnail with me looking this way? Or me looking right or looking left? Which is, well, it may not be right or left for you. It's confusing. Wait a minute. You have to be precise when you ask for feedback. I'm not sure if that's right or left, because to me this is right, but I think it's left on your screen as you... This is my left, but when I look at the screen I'm looking right, which is kind of like the M3 Lee gun. It's on the right from the driver's perspective, but when you look at it, it's on the left. It doesn't make any sense. That's why you need specific instructions. You can't say left and right. Like on a ship, they don't say left, right. Because it depends which way you're facing. And they would always screw it up. So they have, what is it? A bow and stern? No, that's front and back. Starboard and port. Right? So, how do we do this? You guys, which thumbnail is better? How do we do it? When I was this way, I was looking at... No, when I was... I'm looking at the... yeah, this way, I'm looking away from the tank. But this way, I was looking at the tank. So which one's the best one? Looking at the tank? Or looking away from the tank? You guys let me know, and I'm going to put the one of me looking at the tank as the thumbnail. And then you guys can leave some comments. If you think the one looking away is better, I'll switch it. I'll make 2 thumbnails. And depending on which has the most kind of votes in the comment section, I'll switch it. And there's going to be some people say, oh, I like the one you looking right. And I'll go, right? You're right or my right? And it's just... It doesn't make any sense. But look at this. Look at this M3 Lee. This M3 Lee has one of the highest DPMs in the game. Seriously. It has a gun, guys. It has 92 pen, 110 alpha, but it shoots like every second and a half. Or, I mean, if you equip it right, I guess you can equip it with some things at tier 3, but maybe not the highest DPM, not as high as a Tortoise, okay? Or an STB-1. But for tier 3, it's got freaking high DPM. And it has another little thing. Oh, wait, look at this. Here we go. Got him! You tracked him! Oh, you've been tracked by an M3. Oh, and he has a repair kit. There he goes. Okay. Now, it has the extra added bonus. If you ever are stupid enough to ever try playing this, guys, you'll notice that it has a gun. It's on the left side of the tank. But if you were the driver, it would be the right side of the tank. So when you come to a corner like this and you're going to position yourself on the corner, that's not a really good corner for you, because when you're positioned on that corner, you got to expose your whole tank, right? So this corner here is also not that good. Watch, he's going to move to the corner. You see that? He has to show the whole tank, but he found a Muppet that he can shoot. Hello? He tried to shoot the tumor. He doesn't have to shoot the tumor. So the gun's on the right from the driver's perspective, which is the left side when you see it. But when it gets to a corner, if it's a left corner from the driver's perspective, that's not the right corner to position yourself in. You want to position yourself on a right corner from the driver's perspective, which is a left corner when you look at it from the front, so that you hide most of your tank, see? So when he's coming around like this, if he turns left from the driver's perspective, which is right from your perspective, then most of his tank and his tumor will be hidden. And if you don't believe me, all you have to do is, before you enter the class, you have to put your coat on the left peg, move your lunchbox up from the lower peg to the upper peg, and give your note to the teacher. Your note should tell the teacher whether your parents agree with you participating in the outdoor learning activity, in which case, if they do, lower your coat from the top peg to the lower peg, take your note back from the teacher and do not hang up your coat on the lower peg. Leave it behind your chair and just leave your lunchbox on the peg because you may need your shirt or your coat later in case the weather's bad, if it's raining, when you have your outdoor activity. Okay, another survey, another question. How many of you have, is this the first time, do we have some people here that's the first time they've clicked a Klaus Kellerman video? And you said, I've seen his videos around, I wasn't sure whether I should click, and this was the first one you've clicked. There's probably some of you, this is the first one you've ever clicked. And I'm interested to know, well, if you're still watching, it's been like 5 minutes, so you're probably hooked. I'm just wondering, like, from your perspective, because for everyone, the perspective is different, right? From a first watcher's perspective compared to a frequent watcher's perspective is slightly different, just as it is from your perspective on the left side is where the gun is, but from the driver's side, it's on the right side. It's all a matter of keeping track of the different perspectives. From your perspective, I guess long story short, do you think we're going to gain viewers today or lose viewers? I'm going to put my bets on, I'm going to check the statistics on this video. I think the viewership is going to skyrocket. I think we're going to get so many new subs. The older people that have been watching for a while are going to agree with me in the chat. Some of you new people may be a little bit shy and you won't want to leave a message, but you should. You should. Now, watch this. This is a lesson on patience, okay? He has to be patient and wait for someone to drive by. He also, you notice that because he has a gun on his left side, the way you're looking at it, but the right side from his perspective, his tumor and his tank are exposed here. So that makes him feel a little bit weird. He's going to get a little bit fidgety. He's saying my tumor's exposed. Most of my tank's exposed. I would rather this be a left corner than a right corner. It's a right corner for him as he goes around it from his perspective. But if you're looking at him for you, it's a left corner. We're looking at it from behind him, so it's obviously a right corner. But he's waiting, and he's zoomed in there. He's waiting, right? And he's starting to worry about his tumor, and his spider senses are going off, and he's thinking, I'm in an M3 Lee. We're losing 912. Maybe I should turn around. I should turn around and fidget, and then the enemies could go drive by. And one of them got away, but he manages to fight another one who's moving in slow motion. Look, the Wolverine is going to flank him. The VK has a lot of HP. The VK is distracting him now so the Wolverine can flank him. A good job by the VK, and somehow the VK has managed to hide behind it. I'm not sure what... The VK was aiming. He finally took a shot, and he's killed the VK. But guess what? The Wolverine just drove by. There he is. The Wolverine, he did the super flank, and he forgot that he's here, and he's exploded. And oh, he's got another person. He's got a TS4. Look at that. Now watch this DPM. It's the medium tank versus the high DPM American tank destroyer slash tank, but it's actually a tank, but it's a tank destroyer. Look like, but they removed it from the tech tree because it's too much of a tank destroyer rather than a medium tank. And now there is no martyr there because it is the pixel unit. Yes, there is. And someone in the chat types brain dead. I'm not sure why he touched it, but forget about that. Now we are going to learn how to play the M3 Lee. And you'll notice that the gun is on the left side of the tank. From your perspective, on the right side if you were the driver. So when he moves forward, he wants to get to a corner where he can turn left. If he turns left, he's going to hide the big tumor and his tank, which is on the right side as you look at it, but on the left side from his perspective. So he wants to go in this direction. Look at the minimap. He wants to get to this corner here, and he wants to slowly poke around so the players that he's facing only see the gun, which is on the left side, right side for his perspective, and this is a left corner from his perspective, but a right corner from the people shooting at him. If he does it right, he's going to farm them and win the game, but he's exposed his whole tank, including his tumor. Why have you done that? Now he's backing up, and he's confused, and he's exploded. And that's why most people don't like the M3 Lee. It sucks. But you did it all wrong. All completely wrong. And this is what you get. You know? It's not in the tech tree. They don't want you to play it anymore, but you chose to play it. And look what you got. Defeat, 2,469 damage, and you lost a shit ton of credits because you don't know left from right. You have a tumor on your right side. Left side from them looking at it. You got the gun on the right side. Left side. It is weird, isn't it? It is weird because now I'm gonna, if I look left, it's right for you. See, I looked right, but I looked left. I know, it's strange. You have never seen yourself the way you are. Every time you've seen yourself, it's been in a reflection, which means you perceive yourself to be backwards from what you actually are. If you choose to play Tier 4, which you might have to have your brains examined if that is the case, but if you do, forget about the M3 Lee. It sucks. It's not even in the tech tree. Get yourself one of these, okay? It's a T28. I think it's a premium tank, but you can scavenge one up for some gold or some few little... I don't know. They must have them. Don't give Wargaming any money. That's not what my intention is here. Just try and get your hands on this if you can. And this thing is ridiculous. It has a 57mm gun, and look at this, guys. 112 pen, 85 HP damage, 57mm gun. But in case you end up in a game versus a mouse or a Type 5 Heavy, the premium round has 189 pen at Tier 4. And he's spamming APCI like a motherfucker now because he's blind shooting. And when you blind shoot, you want to spend as many credits as possible. You want your total to be as negative as possible in the post-game stats. So when you're blind shooting like this, you should always press 2 and give Wargaming as much of your credits as you can. That's what he's doing. You know, what are you going to do? It's the shell velocity. But this thing is absolutely insane. If you want to have fun at Tier 4, I'm telling you, forget the M3 Lee. It'll just stress you out. And there's a handful of Tier 4 tanks that are just ridiculous. Redonkulous. There's the Hetzer, which is ridiculous. There's that little mini Sherman, the one, the American one, the Tier 4 that has the derp gun. It has the derp gun that the Sherman Jumbo used to have. It's funny. Okay, I'm even laughing just thinking of it. And then there's this thing. There's also the KV-1 is a Tier 5. This is the gun that the KV-1 gets, the 57mm gun that the KV-1 gets. You just go around and you can just shoot Tier 6s. No problem. 189 pen. I guess this was introduced back in the day, was it? Do you remember the old days, guys, when you could platoon a Tier 4 with a Tier 10? Do you remember you get a platoon of 2 E100s and a Tier 4? He's got 189 pen premium round. I remember those days. Every now and then you'd see like a couple of heavy tanks platoon. The go-to tank was for the Tier 1 was the MS-1, the Russian Tier 1, because it had a wicked premium round. And the Tier 10s would kind of like protect the little Tier 1 the whole game, and then maybe at the end of the game they'd corner the artillery and they'd like box the artillery in and they let the Tier 1 kill the artillery. Remember those days? Because you could platoon 2 Tier 10s with a Tier 1. But what always happened, guys, is those games would start and they'd be typing in chat, LOL, having fun, or maybe they're friends and they're just platooned and having fun. And there was always that one guy that would get pissed off because your team would be at a disadvantage, right? You'd be down a lot of HP and you'd be down one gun. There'd be that one guy that get really pissed off, and as the game started, just as you leave the spawn, they'd line up the Tier 1 and they'd team kill the Tier 1. Because in those days you could do team damage. And then the platoon mates, the poor guy their platoon with is dead and they're pissed off, so they start swearing at you in chat, you prick, start insulting you and, and berating you and swearing at you and making derogatory remarks about your mother. And then they would shoot you because there's team damage, and they'd take 2 or 3 shots knowing that they could take up to 4 before they turn blue, so they'd take 3 shots each and they maybe kill you, or maybe you'd be on like 50 HP. And the whole thing would be just a toxic shit show. And then you could like fight really hard. Okay, you're down a tank because the Tier 1's dead. Your 2 other heavy tanks aren't playing because they just want you to lose. You're down to 50 HP and you try as hard as you can and you play the game. And you're doing quite well. And it's near the end, it's like 2 versus 2 and you've got a chance of winning. And then those 2 guys are still in the chat and they start typing in chat and they let the enemy team know what your last known position was. No, not your last known position. They let them know exactly where you are. He's hiding in the bush at C2. Because you could send chat to the opposing team. The prick killed my platoon mate. He's an asshole. He's hiding at C2. Take him out. And then the other guys would reply, thank you. And they'd come and they'd kill you. And it was a toxic mess. And that's when the game was popular. Now we got wheeled vehicles. Now we don't have any of that shit. People are pissed off. Nobody wants any new content. Every time Wargaming announces some new content, all the CCs are pissed off. Uninstall the game. Boycott World of Tanks. What? They want to add new crew skills? Fuck them. Just a toxic shit show. Think about it, guys. Wargaming wanted to add a few new crew skills. The whole player base is up in arms. CCs are making videos. Uninstall the games. Screw them. We'll never play again. Do you remember the old days? When it was 1v1, you're working on Kolovanov's medal, it's the game of your life, and someone on your team would let the enemies know what your he's hiding at B3 behind the rock. You'd be typing in the chat, fuck you! And now look at this, guys. Look at this. Look, what's that? It's a Muppet. Maybe I should make this the thumbnail. And look, the Muppet's moving his turret. The Muppet's moving his turret and he's pressing on the W keys trying to make the tank go. His tracks are slowly trying to dig in, but they can't get traction. He's moving the mouse. He's pressing the W key. He flipped his tank over. He's swearing now, fucking game! He's smashing the keyboard, throwing it. Uninstall! What kind of fucking physics is that? Just insane. And we do this for fun, guys. We do this for fun to decrease stress and relieve tension after a hard day's work. I gotta stop making videos. Oh, look, an enemy's appeared. A Lux that has no idea what's going on. He's reversing. He's much faster in reverse. Oh, now he's turned around. But he does not know that this is a 57mm up-the-ass gun. Is this the first Klaus Kellerman video you've ever clicked on? Are you still watching? How long have we been going? How long is this video so far? 12 minutes? We have to get it up over 13 minutes so I can run more ads. Because it's all about making money, goddammit! And he's going after the FCM. Okay, FCM 36 pack. What kind of a stupid name is that? Take him out. You got the 57mm gun. Kaboom! Unishtojala! And that's what you get. That's what you get, guys. A victory and 9 kills, 2,592 damage, right? Oh, hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Hello?
Oh, Yuri, yes. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that was someone else on the phone. There's me now. Yeah, I have a little bit cold. My voice is... what? No, everything is fine, Yuri. We've got the bug worked out. Yes, it's a... No, I can review it for you right now, Yuri. Look, it's 105,000 plus 34,000. That's approximately 139,000, Yuri. Right? 139,000 subtract 140,000 and an extra 1,000. You do this calculation, Yuri, and carry the 3. Yes, you end up with positive 15,000 for Russian tank. Rubles, Yuri, of course. Inflation. Supply chain issues, you know, with sanctions and all that, of course, yeah. I know, yes. Well, anyway, my work is never done, Yuri. I will let you go. I do not want to talk about Olga today. It will get me too excited, and I'm finished doing the video now, if you know what I mean. I don't want to be walking around the house excited. No, it never ends well, you know. Besides, I'm going to be baking a cake, and I don't want any extra ingredients slipping in, if you know what I mean. Yes, Yuri, all right. Yes, boy met your mice, yeah, papadanya, yeah, my work is never done.